Hi there, fellow sea glass lovers. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Jackie, and this is part 13 in my Lighthouse workshop series. Now, you may not have watched all of the videos in this series, but the series is set up so that you can just watch the lessons that you're interested in, because each video is a different lesson in the whole process that's involved in creating a very large sea glass mosaic. So go to my playlist, Lighthouse Workshop, and just pick the videos that you want to see. So in today's video, I'm going to talk to you. The lesson is how to create distance in your sea glass mosaic. Now, if you want to understand creating distance or what distance means, all you have to do is Google on YouTube videos, Grover from Sesame Street. He does a fantastic lesson on near and far. So let me show you how to do it. If I come up really close, I'm really near to you and I'm looking very big in your screen. And if I go away from you, I'm really far. I'm way back here. So even though in reality I'm the same size the whole time, it looks on your screen that I'm either big or I'm little. So this is how you can create a sense of distance when you're creating a two-dimensional piece of art. Let me show you. So when you look at this overall design, there are quite a few ways that I can play around with the size of my objects to create a sense of distance. So the overall goal should be to have larger objects in the foreground. So if you look at these inukshuks, they're right in the foreground and they're quite big. So compare the size of the inukshuk, if you go all the way up to the top there where you've got one little bird at the top, that gives you an example of how that is way off in the distance compared to the people sitting on the piece of driftwood. So I'm going to point out 6 ways where I've created a bit of a sense of distance in this piece. The first is in the water. You can tell that the water goes off in a distance because right at the beach there's fairly large pieces of sea glass, and then as I work toward the horizon line, the pieces of sea glass get smaller. Another way you can tell the distance is in the different sizes of the sailboats. So you know that the biggest sailboat is right there, that's closest to the shore, and then the smaller the sailboats get, the further away from the shore they are. So that tiny little sailboat there is way off in the distance, right near the horizon line, versus the very large sailboat. And you know the sailboats are quite a ways away from the people because the people are so big in comparison to the sailboat. Another way you can see a bit of distance here is in the fence posts. You can see there the 3 fence posts. They get smaller as they go up the beach. So there's an example of distance. Same thing with the footprints. The footprints get smaller as they go along, so you know that they're going away from you. And the same thing in the stone walkway. I've got larger stones right at the base of the walkway, but then as you go up the walkway, the stones get smaller and smaller. So that gives you a bit of a sense of distance. Now, if all of the pieces in your sea glass mosaic are the same size, you're not going to get that sense of distance. So play around with some of those things. The 6th example is the birds in the sky. So you've got the biggest bird is closest to you, because the birds are probably all the same size in real life, but if you've got the biggest one closest, then the next middle size is further away, and the little one way up in the sky is further away still. So playing with size really helps you get that sense of distance in your piece. Now, as I'm standing back and looking at my piece, I'm running into a bit of an issue with my fishing weight because it doesn't fit in size-wise. The fishing weight should be quite a bit smaller than feet, but yet when it's up on the beach there, it's really throwing off that sense of distance. So it kind of breaks my heart, but I'm going to have to take it out. but I can use it in another piece. So that's coming out. Sometimes we have to make sacrifices in order for things to fit really well in our overall perspective. So thanks so much for joining me for this video. I hope you found it interesting, and I hope you're not getting too discouraged with me at being so slow in finishing this sea glass mosaic. It's a big project, so it's taking me a while. I like to take my time when it comes to completing a sea glass mosaic, and this project is no exception. So until next time, I hope you make some progress on your project, and I hope you make it out to the beach, and happy sea glass hunting.